Time for the top of the second at Great Park. USC and Vanderbilt knotted up, nothing as we had talked to. And Caden Aoki, who went 1-2-3 in the first, now readies up. He'll face 3 straight righties. It's the middle of the order. Brody Johnston, Colin Barcy, Jaden Davis to the plate. And Aoki from the right side works from the windup. Facing the freshman, Brody Johnston. Here's his first pitch. And Johnston rips it down the left field line. Base hit past the glove of Hedges. Johnston turns first. He races to second. Ball bounces through the fence and left in the corner. And that holds Johnston to an automatic double. But he got the changeup from Caden Aoki and just managed to spin it past a leaping glove over at third of Ethan Hedges and sneak it inside the line. So both teams now have a looping double down the line. And Brody Johnston's in scoring position with nobody out. After one pitch in the top of the second, Aoki to the stretch for the first time. Still a righty-righty matchup. He faces Colin Barcy to catcher. Corners in, middle back. As Aoki peers to second, now kicks and fires home. Just misses outside with a fastball, 1-0. Not too much of a surprise to see Brody Johnston with an extra base hit. Freshman is on a tear for Vanderbilt to start the season. Had a triple and a homer yesterday, the first of his career. 1-0. Swing and a miss. Curveball from Aoki and a swing over the top from Barcy, 1-1. So in this weekend alone, through about a game in an inning, Brody Johnston hitting for the cycle. 1-1. Misses low to Barcy, back to the fastball for Aoki, 2-1. And Brody Johnston, a guy that the Vanderbilt coaches really, really high on. They think he's a first-round talent eventually. Baseball America agreed, nabbed him as their preseason SEC Freshman of the Year. 2-1 from Aoki. Outside to Barcy, 3-1. And he just continues a lineage of those best high school players in Tennessee. They want to go to Vandy, passing up the draft to play for the Commodores. Aoki looks right at him. Now the 3-1. Slider inside. It clipped a piece of Barcy. It would have been a ball anyway. So a hit by pitch puts 2 straight on to start the top of the second. Easy first for Aoki with a fly out and 2 ground outs. Bit more of a struggle here in the second. The double from Johnston, now the hit by pitch to Barcy. And Jaden Davis will bat with 2 on and nobody out. Squaring to bunt. That brings Hedges in at third, Carpentier at first. Middle infield still back trying to turn 2. Now Davis pulls back the bunt. Back in a normal stance. Aoki spins, he throws to second, and Johnston goes back to the bag with ease. 0-0, top of the second inning. USC and Vanderbilt, one of the best matchups you could ever ask for in college baseball. For just the 6th time in these programs' long history. First offering to Davis. Curveball loops in on the inside corner. It's 0-1. No bunt sign from Davis, who now looks over to Tim Corbin, third base coach's box, one of the best coaches in college baseball history, and certainly the best of this generation. Applies signs with the left arm. And a spin, another throw to second. This time Johnston dives back in, but he's under the tag of Covarrubias. Corbin reached 1,000 wins a couple seasons ago. He has led the Commodores to 18 straight NCAA tournaments. Another spin, and Aoki just lobs the throw over to second. You just can't overstate what Tim Corbin has done for Vanderbilt. Hired in 2003, the 18 straight regional appearances are an active best in college baseball. 2 natties. Finally, the 0-1. Davis rolls it on the ground to third. Hedges comes up with it, throws to second for 1. Low throw, Covarrubias digs it out and throws to first. A double play. Johnston advances to third, but nice job from Aoki to roll the pair. And a nifty play over at second for Covarrubias to dig it out of the dirt on the low throw from Hedges and whip around and sling the throw to first to double off Davis. So now runner at third, 2 outs. The lefty Mike Mancini to the plate. No score, top of the second. Aoki comes set. He looks at Mancini, set at the belt. Fires. Swing and a miss. Went back to the curveball, down in the well. And Mancini went fishing for it, 0-1. Tim Corbin now right in the back pocket of his freshman Brody Johnston. But a 5-step lead off third base, trying to be the first run to score today. 0-1. Swing and a miss. That was the slider on the back door from Aoki. And he's ahead of Mancini, 0-2. No strikeouts yet for Caden. A lot of balls hit on the ground and trying to strand Johnston at third here in the second inning. Ahead in the count, 0-2. He brings it home. And he misses low with a changeup. Got in the head of Mancini, who wanted to go, but the pitch that bounced before home didn't get the swing. Could see that pitch again, very likely from Aoki. It's his best pitch, especially to lefties. And it might just be the best changeup in college baseball. 1-2 offering. Got him swinging. That's the changeup. And Elliott holds on for strike 3. Caden Aoki works around the leadoff double and the hit by pitch. He gives up 1 hit in the inning with no errors behind him. Double play certainly helped. He strands Brody Johnston at third. Heading bottom 2, still no score. USC and Vandy on KXSC, your student home for Trojan Athletics. Bruins in a huddle, and now they break it. 1st and 10 from their own 9. Leading USC 10-9, 7:05 to play, third quarter, at home in the Rose Bowl in the 92nd edition of the Crosstown Showdown. Garber's in the gun, Hardin to his right. Takes the snap, flips it out left. Sturdivant makes the screen catch outside the left numbers at the 10, and he passes the 15-yard line. Just barely gloved it by the fingertips, but then pulled it in for a gain of 7. Out to the 16-yard line, Bruins will have 2nd and 3. Anthony Beavers, the LA native playing in this rivalry for the first time, is the one with the tackle.
UCLA has gone to a mixed bag of hurry-up and slow-paced offense. Right now wanting to work the clock with the lead.
They huddle, now they break it. With trips to the right, including Gilmer in the slot, Moki out with Timalala far to the right, lone receiver left Sturdivant. Hardin gets the carry on 2nd and short. Spins through a tackle at the line of scrimmage. He's out past the 20 along the left hash. First down run for TJ Hardin, who was bottled up but put a defender in the spin cycle. 1st and 10 for the Bruins from the 23.
Well, the run game has been there today for UCLA, getting usually well over 5+ yards a carry, and TJ Hardin doing a great job getting yards after contact.
He's up to 13 carries, 95 yards. Last season, a career high 142 on the ground against USC. 1st and 10, he's still the back. Trips to the right, one receiver left. It's the tight end Matavao. Garbers gets a shotgun snap. Pressured from in front. Trojans finally able to bring him to the ground. It's the 3rd man to get there, Braylon Shelby. Pile drives Garbers into the ground for a sack. It's a loss that sends UCLA back to the 19-yard line of 4 yards, 2nd and 14.
And that's a big first down sack for Braylon Shelby after getting gashed a couple of times on the screen pass and the run, able to set the tone, maybe I should say reset the tone defensively, and now UCLA has to go to the air.
2nd sack of the season for Shelby, who missed last week with an injury in the win over Nebraska. 2nd and 14 Bruins, closing in on 5 to play, third quarter, 1-point lead for UCLA. Garbers gets a 2nd and 14 snap. Again, pressure from Shelby, but Garbers can run to the left. Towards the left sideline, he's past the 25, and he angles out of bounds before the 30. Sam Green ushers him out, but Garbers fleet of foot using his legs once again with an 8-yard run. It's 3rd and 6 for the Bruins.
And that's just great composure by Garbers. He looks to his right, sees nobody there, knows he's got an empty set to the left. Trojans in man defense, a lot of green grass in front of him.
Shelby got instant pressure but couldn't bring down Garbers a second time. 3rd down for UCLA, 6 yards to go. Bruins are 2 of 6 on 3rd down tonight. 4:30 to play, third quarter, a 10-9 UCLA lead. 3rd and 6 from the 27, trips right, Matavao alone to the left. Hard in the back as Garbers get to low shotgun snap. Design roll out right. Flips a screen, Harden. Outside the right hash, 25. Open space past the 30. High stepping past the 40. He's out to the 50-yard line. First down and more for Harden, nearing midfield. Trojans had him dead to rights, but he broke 2 tackles on the way to a big gain in midfield.
Just a step too late. Sam Green, the freshman, brought heavy pressure on the right side, designed obviously not to touch him on the screen pass. Great job by the offensive line to get out in front and pave a path for TJ Harden.
Harden, the running back, leads UCLA in catches, and his hands making a big play there. 1st and 10 for the Bruins from the 50. In the pistol, Garbers takes the snap. Play action fake to Harden, loading up down the middle of the field. Fires for Sturdivant, makes the catch with a dive at the 5. Just outside the left hash, a 45-yard moon ball to J. Michael Sturdivant, and the Bruins are in business inside the 10. Sturdivant had just 194 yards coming into the day through 10 games. That a 45-yard catch. He's over 50 yards on this drive alone, and the Bruins with a chance to pay off another touchdown drive and take an 8-point lead.
Well, Harden's been so good on the ground. The play action fake sucked the safeties in, freed up Sturdivant on the deep ball.
What a bomb from Ethan Garbers. 1st and goal from the 5. Garbers takes the snap, but there are flags before the play, and it looks like a false start on UCLA.
Before the ball was snapped, false start. Offense number 67, 5-yard penalty, remains first down.
That's Utaka Mahi, the 4th-string left tackle, getting the start for UCLA. Bruins, a bruised and battered offensive line, but are able to get it going here against USC. With the victory bell already painted in blue, the Bruins have a chance to win back-to-back rivalry games against USC. Inside the 10-yard line, 1st and goal for the Bruins. Up by 1, a chance to take a big 8-point lead. Bunch set right, 1 receiver left, Loya. Shotgun snap for Garbers. He's pressured, he's wrapped up, he's brought down in the backfield. Nate Clifton in there at the 16. 2nd sack of the drive for USC. And what was once 1st and 5 for UCLA is back to 2nd and goal from the 16. Clifton's 1st sack of the season comes in a huge spot.
That's back-to-back big-time plays for the USC defense. I guess you don't really want to call the false start a play, but it is positive for the defense, and great job by Clifton to capitalize off the UCLA mistake. That bomb set up UCLA close to the end zone, and now all of a sudden closer back to the 20.
Almost a for-sure passing situation for UCLA. 2 left, no, it's a run to Harden. He gets the carry. He's met in the backfield and brought down at the 15. Just 1 yard as the Trojans were ready for the run. It'll be 3rd and goal from the 15-yard line. And this becomes tough for UCLA.
Well, now you got to believe this is the passing down. And you got to believe UCLA also is going to elect to take the 3 if it's there. Already has a 1-point edge. Clock getting closer to the 4th quarter. You definitely want to dial up 1 end zone shot.
1:15 to play here in the 3rd. 10-9 UCLA on top. Can the Bruins pay off what would be a 95-yard drive? Garbers in the gun, Harden to the right. Mokiawa Timalala Sturdivant that way. Garbers takes a shotgun snap. Screen to the left for Harden. Makes the catch in stride at the 20, but the Trojans stonewall him along the left hash at the 11. It's just 4 yards as Akili Arnold is the first one to meet the UCLA running back. Screen unsuccessful, and here comes the field goal unit. Well, after the bomb to J. Michael Sturdivant, this is a win for USC. Doing what UCLA has done all night and bowing up in the red zone.
Massive W for the Trojan defense, and it was 2. That screen pass to Harden and the bomb to Sturdivant. Really 2 big backbreakers for the Trojan defense, but credit to them. Let's see if they're able to get in there and try to get a paw on this kick.
They don't have to snap it before the end of the 3rd quarter, but Mateen Begani lining up for a field goal of 28 yards. He's hit from 50 today. This to make a 4-point lead. Snap is back, hold is good. Begani gets it in the air. It is high and good. And Begani's 2 for 2. Bruins 13, Trojans 9 with 4 seconds to play 3rd quarter. UCLA deep in its own territory, able to work its way inside the USC 10, but the Trojans send them reeling backwards and force a field goal. 10-play, 80-yard drive, 7 minutes and 1 second off the clock for the Bruins. And a 3-point field goal from Mateen Begani makes it a 4-point lead for UCLA.